Hey guys, what's up? Making sure I don't have chocolate in my teeth. So I wanted to go live in the group as promised. I actually said that I was going to do it a couple of days ago, but my internet connection was super unstable and I thought, what a more perfect time to go live. And I'm also going to try to do this much more often because live videos are my favorite and I know that everyone gets the most value from live videos. So I'm going to be doing that more often here in this group. And yeah, so let's get right into it. It's a brand new month. Welcome to all of our new promoters. If you are new, I'm so glad you're here. I am so glad you're here. Sorry, there's a lot of noise around me, so I can barely hear myself. But I'm at the airport and I'm on my way back to LA, and I will land later this evening around like 8:30 or so, and then I'll be back to the grind. And say hi if you're jumping on. Hi, what's up? I can't see who's watching, but let me invite some people to join. So it's a new month and I know every business is different, but in this one, all of our numbers start fresh. So everyone gets a clean slate with your volume. And yeah, so our volume rolls over every single month, and that means that anything is possible. So first off, top thing I wanted to talk about is, what was it? So being employing yourself. So this is a term that I'm just using, and you want to make sure that you can employ yourself. So like, what does that mean? Obviously, you do not have a boss, right? Like, I am not your boss. You might have mentors or people you look up to or people you take direction from or people that inspire you, but ultimately it is up to you to build your business. So that means you have to learn how to employ yourself, and it's probably one of the hardest things to do. That means waking up early when you don't want to, before your day job, to get things that you need to get done for your business. That means, doing trainings, going to events, reading new books to sharpen your skills, and I'll talk about education and self-education right after this. But so because no one is telling you what to do and you have to employ yourself, that means you have to be the hardest boss that you've ever had. And yeah, like the best boss you've ever had and the hardest one at the same time, right? So to me, what that means is filling my cup and having the right mindset, and of course waking up early and all the stuff I don't even have to talk to you guys about, but just being self-disciplined, like, doing your shit when you're supposed to do your shit, like sending out the campfire video and making sure you have excellent customer service and being very personable with your customers and doing things for them and showing up for them in your group and not just selling them something and then leaving them hanging dry, because we all know, like, hopefully by now you realize that the work really begins once you get them started on an experience, on a 5, on a 10-day experience, or if they get something from your website, or when you sign up a promoter. That doesn't mean you're done and you're automatically like doing really, really good. That's when the work starts, is to make sure that they get started right, and it's your responsibility to get on a call with them and give them a tour of the back office and show them where everything is and show them how the website works, show them where the links are, go through the hot market script, read the entire document with them so they know what they're doing, and then stay in contact with them in the group, or if it's someone you're working on one-on-one because they're producing results, then work on them one-on-one. That means jumping on calls with them when they need you. And obviously you don't have to do that with everybody, but for people that really, really want to run and are proving themselves and hitting GoPro and things of that sort, like, those are the people that you want to work with. So that being said, what should we be focusing on this month? So for me, my focus is getting all of you to hit GoPro and hit MVP. That is my main focus. And so that means you have to assess where you're at. Did you miss GoPro? No big deal. Like, it doesn't really matter. They're just bonuses. They don't make or break your success, right? They're just cash bonuses. And like Curtis told me, like $750 or $500 isn't going to make a huge difference in your life. It's not going to change your life long term, right? So it's not a big deal if you miss them, but when you have momentum and you get promoted and paid very quickly in your business, you are going to have so much more confidence. And that's why we teach the hot market system, and that's why we help people use the hot market system to sell their 200 servings of their experience pack. So you have that confidence when you go into your colder market or your warm market. You have confidence from crushing that. And I know for me, when I sold my 200 packets, I pre-sold my experience packet. That made me so confident because I had never done anything like that before. I had never sold that much stuff before. I was super confident about my skills and about just like talking to people about the product. One, because I was getting such positive, not everyone was positive, but I was getting mostly positive feedback from people that were using the product. But it made me more confident to talk to people about trying a 10-day or trying a 15-day off the site or a 20-day off the site, whatever. So that your focus should be knowing your numbers. And knowing your numbers means being like, okay, how many days left do I have to hit MVP? Going into your back office and clicking on that reward section and seeing how close you are and how much progress you've made towards MVP. And so for like MVP, you need 2,000 points in group volume, for example. So you have to look at the progress bar and hover over it and see, okay, I have 200 so far, and that means I need 1,800 more points. And just going after it and doing whatever you have to do, jumping on every team call, talking to everybody, not just talking to people who you think would be into this, because assumption will kill you. Assumption will kill you if you just assume that someone won't want it or someone won't be interested in ketones. You'd be surprised, because there's always someone who wants to try it that we didn't expect. It's usually the people that we thought would be the dead last to be interested that are like the first to sign up, right? At least that's been my experience, and I know a lot others have said the same thing. So focusing, knowing your numbers, thinking really big. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Don't freak out, don't take yourself too seriously. You can do this. It's not hard, it's fun. You have to work your ass off, but don't beat yourself up over anything that happens, because you could still grow a successful business no matter how quick or slow you go. But if you want to make more money and you want to go quicker, just show the campfire video to more people and start sharpening your skills. So that's the second piece that I wanted to touch on. So the first one is learning how to employ yourself, being disciplined, knowing your exact goals per day. What are you doing? There's so many different avenues and streams to make money in this business, which is what I love the most, that you can make money from, selling an experience pack if you buy it on sale, or even if you don't buy it on sale, you're still going to make money off of that in the long term. So when are you buying your next experience pack? How many more people do you need to buy a 10-day to order it? Do you not have any promoters yet? Who can you talk to that might be interested in changing their life and learning this business with you, that you can invite to check it out and try the product first? And if they're down, they can become a promoter. So, thinking about that, obviously your focus should always be getting 5 and 10 days out, because everyone should start on that. Even if they're interested in becoming a promoter, everyone needs to watch the campfire video first before anything and try the product. So that should be your main focus. But then you always have that secondary goal, which is, are you looking for promoters this week? Are you trying to reach MVP? So do you need to drive people to your website to get your website sales up? So that's the first part, is knowing your goals, knowing your numbers, and employing yourself. The second part that I want to talk about is education. So I know that everybody in here doesn't have a background in network marketing, and even if you do, you should always be continuing your education. So what that means is, do you have to pick up an Audible book? I'm subscribed to Audible. Any chance that I get, I'm playing personal development, because if it's up to me, my mindset is going to suck, and I'm not going to get ahead, and I'm not going to grow. And what I've learned is that in order to be successful online or in real life, you really truly do have to edify yourself, and you have to elevate you. You have to elevate your vibe, you have to elevate your standards, and that is so attractive to other people. So you have to become attractive to other people. You have to have something that people want. And what do people want? People always want people who are vibing higher, who are healthier, happier, have more money, whatever it is. And you can embody all of those things just in your energy and how you conduct not only yourself in real life, but how you conduct your social media. So, education. What can you reinvest your money into? What kind of, can you sign up for, whether it's a free course or a paid course? There's plenty of courses out there that'll teach you how to build your Instagram, or teach you if you need to work on confidence. There's plenty of books out there on confidence. I recommend picking one area that you're strong at and that you are called, like that you just feel excited about to learn about. Maybe you really want to grow your social media, you really want to grow your Instagram, and that excites you. There's so many courses that you can even set up payment plans with that are like super affordable. So sign up for a good one if you need help with that, or you have questions about like where you need to invest your time and your money. Let me know. I've taken a lot of different courses on a lot of different things. That doesn't mean I'm the expert in any of them, but I am a lot farther than I was when I first started, trying to run a business, right? Because I don't have an MBA. I didn't go to school for this. And in network marketing, you don't have to. Like, it's really just how hard, it really is just everything I'm talking about. How well can you employ yourself? Just because someone has an MBA doesn't mean they can employ themselves well. How dedicated are you to continuing your education? So that's kind of how you leverage yourself above other people, and that's how you leverage your voice, and that's how you leverage people paying attention to you, is having something that other people don't. And the only way you can get that is by pouring into yourself, investing into yourself. There is no greater return on your investment than spending money on yourself, on your education, on courses, on your health. There's no better investment than that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, is to give you guys some concrete things to think about. What I'm focusing on this month is not to get, obviously you have to know your numbers, but people aren't numbers, they're people. So for me, I'm really focusing on taking a step back and reversing everything. So the first step into getting promoters and getting more customers is having good relationships with people that know and trust you. So that's something that we can all easily do, because if you focus on that, then everything else can be a very organic step, rather than just saying, I'm gonna get 10 promoters this week, right? So back that up, okay, how are you gonna get 10 promoters? Okay, well, I'm gonna fill my pipeline. Okay, how are you gonna fill your pipeline? I'm gonna make new friends. Okay, how many friends are you gonna make? I'm gonna make 5 new, really close girlfriends every single day. And by the end of the month, I'm gonna vow to have 5 new BFFs. People that you can, get chatty with, that you can relate with. That is something that's very tangible for all of us to do, because all of us are humans. All of us, whether we're good at it or not, or believe in ourselves or not, we all can have a conversation with people, and we can all get to know somebody just by asking them questions and being interested in them. So if this is something that you struggle at, then that's something that you need to educate yourself on, and how to get better. So one of the best books, or some of the best books and resources to use, would be the book How to Win and Influence Friends, I think it's called. Yeah, How to Win and Influence Friends. There's one for network marketers. I think the original one is just fine. There is The Go-Giver, and to me, The Go-Giver really was a total shift in my life, because I've always been a really selfish person in the not positive way, the self-destructive kind of way. So when I read The Go-Giver, it just opened me up. Can you guys hear me okay? Throw an emoji down if you can hear me. The Go-Giver opened me up to what this business was about, and just made it not about me anymore, and really it is all about you still. Because if you give enough people what they want, you'll always have what you want. And so that was a really good one too. And I know I have some of you guys already reading this, but there's a book called NLP. Let me see if I have it in my backpack. But it's an essential guide to neuro-linguistic programming, and that's basically how you can create who you want to be, change any habits about yourself that you don't like. Yeah, I have it right here. So this is a really good one. It's not a lot of fluff, like it's very like straight to the point, and it asks you questions as you're reading it, so it makes you think. And rather than like having to take a bunch of notes and like implement a bunch of things, which you could still do, I feel like you change as you read it, which makes this book really powerful. So it's the Essential Guide to Neuro-Linguistic Programming, and it's by Tom Byer and Tom Dotz, Creating the Person You Want to Be. So yeah, here's a book. And yeah, so I think it's just about being patient, obviously, and having really big goals and going hard at the same time, but you don't want to be like forceful or pushy. So a lot of times when I say go hard and like hustling, people think that means forcing things and controlling things, and that can be like a repellent to other people, and you don't want to repel other people from your business. So just check yourself, check what space you're coming from, what kind of intentions you have. It can't just be all about the money. Like, obviously you having a lot of money is going to be really great and you're going to change the world and you have a really big heart, so it's a good thing, but like the bigger picture is like you changing someone's life and helping them. And I'll leave it with this because I'm kind of rambling. I'm really tired. But when you're talking to people, I feel like the best way to make a relationship with somebody is to not lead with your agenda. People love to talk about themselves, so if you can get people talking about themselves and genuinely, not in a fake way, genuinely find something that you dig or that you like about them and find a way to actually like the person, it's really hard to not like somebody that likes you back, if you, like as a friend, you know? So think about that a little bit. This month, let's focus on personal development, keeping the, elevating ourselves, edifying ourselves, keeping the vibe high, knowing you're worth it, knowing MVP is already on the way. Of course it's going to happen. Of course you're going to hit it. It's inevitable. What else can I say about your goals? Maybe your goal is to buy another experience pack this month, or maybe your goal is to rank advance to at least rank 3, which you can totally do in your first month with your business, or maybe you're already at rank 2 or whatever. Like rank 6 should be your main goal, so as close as you can get. So if your goal is rank 6 this month, even if you don't hit it this month, you can start saying now, I am rank 6. I know I'm rank 6. Of course I'm rank 6. I was always meant to be rank 6. It's already happening. I already earned my car bonus. It's already on its way. There's no way that it can't happen. And the thing is I know that sounds like really cheesy and stuff, but the more that you say that to yourself, what happens is you fill up this cup, right? So every time you say an affirmation, like a positive affirming thought, you are like putting like a piece of paper, for example, like in a cup, and eventually it will spill over. It has no choice. It has nowhere else to go but to spill over and manifest into the reality, into something you can actually see. So that's why we say the whole I am things and the positive affirmations. They work because they fill over. It changes your brain. It changes the types of behavior that you take. So they're not just like positive foo-foo things. They will change your brain. They'll change how you act. They'll change the energy you give off. They'll change the people you attract. I'm obsessed with them. So I hope everyone has a lovely Friday and kick ass. People have a tendency to push really, really hard the last few days of the month. And then when the first comes around, they just like chill, right? Because it's not the end of the month yet. Or maybe you have like 10 days to hit MVP, so you're like chilling because you don't have to worry about it. But do yourself a favor and fill your pipeline now, so that you don't have to be in that like panicky, like hustling, controlling mood. Like just work now and fill the pipeline now, and that way you could just have a great week every single week this month, and not just like one good week because you were being lazy or whatever. So I hope that helps. And again, I'm so proud of you guys. We had an amazing month last month. As a team, we made over $22,000 in sales, which is amazing for a second month team. So this month, I know we're gonna beat that. We're gonna have over 30,000 in sales. Set your own personal goal for what you want to do. The sky's the limit. It only takes a couple of promoters to bring in who get it, who see that building with Prüvit is the right thing to do, and the time is now. And once you find people to leverage that, it's game over. Like, it's just gonna be great. So focus on you, do what you can. Don't let your numbers define your worth. Don't let hitting MVP define your work, but hit it, but make sure you hit it, okay? So use like both of those types of mindsets. Anyway, I love you guys so much. You're killing it. Keep working hard, and I'll see you soon.